There is no way to describe how much I love these days. It's raining a little, it's foggy, no one is here, just me at the studio, focusing 100% on work. Just checking really quick, I haven't been in the B studio in a while, and it's so sad that no one is actually using it. If anyone is interested, we're renting it out for a very low price, and we lowered it even more due to COVID. If you want to hang out in here, make music, you don't have to contact anyone else. You can just sneak in here, no one will touch you, you don't have to touch anything, you can sit here for 24 hours. Same also, of course, for the vocal booth. But the A studio right here, that is not for rent, never ever. That is like my holy place, and it will stay my place forever. So happy, so pumped every day. First up, actually today, like I have a little problem with my DAW controller. For years I was debating if I need a DAW controller or don't need one. I had many of them. Usually they never really worked, and sometimes they even screwed up things I was doing on the computer and giving wrong information and rewriting automation. Didn't make a lot of sense workflow wise, but now I got this one. What is it? Icon Platform M+. It's okay. Has these motorized faders and it does what it's supposed to do. Sometimes small hiccups, but my main problem with it is whenever I select a track in Logic, it then jumps to that track and puts on here the track and the 8 next channels, which makes a lot of sense if you want to use your DAW controller fully to mix and do the levels, but that's not what I wanted actually for. I'm just using the mute and solo and some of the like control kind of functions. But I don't need the faders. And that jumping around whenever I select like another track, it annoys me a little while music producing. It makes a noise, and like the thing that should be like the most important about a DAW controller is that it's intuitive. That you click on solo and you know which channel it is. And with this kind of system, since you're always jumping around, there is no muscle memory. I never know if I solo this one, which one it actually is. I have to look it up, and it costs way more time than just going there with the mouse and do it. But I, thankfully, due to posting it on Instagram, someone helped me. I think there is a setting to stop it from doing that. It's in settings, control, and then make it stop, follow the selection. Now let's see if it stops. Finally, it doesn't jump around anymore. And now I will go into my mixer. I'm routing through the SPL Medicine 16 channels into the summing device, and I want to be able to listen to those 8 channels. Because wait, let's select them. Now I'm controlling the 8 channels. So whenever I play a song, I know exactly solo on the first channel is my kick. Second solo, all other drum elements. Third is the bass. Then we have main synthesizers, pads, vocals, effects. And now I can just work, produce, and whenever I want to mute the kick, I just hit mute here. And I want to solo the vocals, I hit here. So that's then actually a time saver. And it also gives me full control to listen to these 8 summing channels that go through the outboard gear, because all of the outboard gear is on summing channels on those 8. So for example, I can have on like the drums, the Schwerkraftmaschine, and I can have, I don't know, the better mastering compressor on the vocals. Okay, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I can have like the Elysia stuff on the vocals, for example, and solo the vocals and just listen to what I'm doing here. So like the fine detailed mixing is happening with plugins, mostly in the DAW, but the mixing on those 8 channels that I can now solo and mute is just with the gear. So once I'm at the mixing stage, I can just sit here and do everything by actually touching it and not having to look onto the screen. That's fantastic. I love it. Like this is like a point where finally a DAW controller makes absolute sense for me. Anyways, music making it is, because one song, Watch Me Burn, fully finished. Now it's time to make the next one. I'll play it to you. I've been working on it secretly in the background, and I'm now finally allowed to share it with you because the vocal contract, everything is done.
But maybe not for me. I wish I could love you better, tell you would last forever, if only it was that simple.
Very, very creative session. The song you just heard, that's the new one. It's called Simple. I played it to you already like once. It was an episode about like rough sketches. I made 3 versions. The one you just heard is like the final direction. It's still not mixed, still not arranged. Like there's a whole lot missing, but I love that deep drop just with the voice and bass. And I also mixed the song by someone else and also mastered it. If you're interested to get your song mixed and mastered, as long as there are no DJ gigs, I'm offering this little service. If you're interested, just hit me up. The email is in the description. And there's one more very special event happening by the time this video is out. My song Lover Let Go is out. It will be also linked down below in the description. It's the first song that was actually entirely made right here in the studio. So if you're interested to listen to it, enjoy it, support me a little, just click on it and enjoy. Also, of course, put it in your playlist, all this, like the usual stuff. You know how it goes. Now, it's actually time to leave. Believe it or not, it's already 8. Promised to be back home at 6, but like I was on a creative flow. I think everyone can understand.
I'm saying it's you gotta let me know. You gotta love me or let me go.
It's past midnight. The exciting part, the song is out. It always feels a little like birthday. And for the next coming days, it's like this intense phase of promoting the song. Probably less creative, less music work in the studio and more business stuff. But also that is part of making music. It's making the music, making sure everyone knows about the music, and then making music again. With that being said, well, let me tell you, there is now a new song out. It's again linked down below in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Tomorrow, business stuff and a whole lot of studio construction. Tomorrow is mostly dedicated to advancing with the studio. I got some new gear, some new toys that need to be installed, perfecting here and there. More LEDs. By the way, we're not throwing a party. We didn't have any guests for the last half year. We're so corona bored that we're optimizing everything at home, and we got new plates and stuff, and these are the old ones. Not really sure what to do with them. Maybe for the studio. I don't know. We'll see us tomorrow again. Sign out.